What do you love about Mike?
Oh, what I love about Michael is that he's just a very sweet, caring person that you can always rely on and depend on. That's what I think about Michael.
Thank you.
What I love about Mike is his receding hairline, his pudgy cheeks, his man boobs, and all the bright and cheerful things that he brings whenever I see him.
What I love about Mike is that anytime you need to talk, he's always there to listen. He never interjects. He never, tells you you're wrong. He's there to listen, support you in everything you do, everything you want.
He's got weapons.
Oh, he's got weapons.
Hi kids, here we are at home just thinking of the two of you on your wedding day. And for this video, I guess the best thing we like about Mike is his love and devotion to Maya. And I have to do the same thing for Lisa, for her love, devotion to Jacob, Mackenzie, and Leon, because you two make a very unique pair as far as raising children. So with that, just blend your two parenting skills and let it flow and let everything meld together as time goes on.
Mike, what can I say? What do I like best about you is you're just so together. Just together.
Mike, Lisa, I'm real thankful to met you guys both. I'm grateful for all that you've done, for all you guys have been, and all the experience that we've been able to share together. You guys have been amazing, helping not only just me and many others, countless others throughout the past year. I truly appreciate all the listening and all the advice that you guys have provided through the good, through the bad, just helping us get through the storm. It's been amazing. I'm excited for both of you too, and I know that you'll make a new normal into a new greatness. And if anyone can do it, you guys are definitely going to do it.
I love that Mike's a family guy. Always puts family first.
Good answer. I agree with that, and I also I just think he has a lot of respect for Lisa, for the family, for the kids. He's there, he's supportive, and it seems like everybody loves him quite a bit so far.
Hey, Mikey and Lisa, I just want to say congratulations on your marriage together today. And, Mike, 30 years as best friends, time flies, you know what I mean? I do appreciate everything that you have ever done for me and being there for me through my good times and my bad times. You are a brother to me, my man. And, Lisa's really lucky to have you. Her kids are lucky to have you because you are a very kind, willful man, and you will do anything for anyone, just like you will do anything for them.
Lisa. So congratulations, first off. I'm looking forward to seeing you. That I really appreciate about you as a person specifically is you seem to have this knack of knowing when to keep it light, but you're not afraid or timid about being deep either, which is very much so like myself. So I really appreciate you for that. You've really been there for me through a lot of these conversations, hours and hours of conversations that we've had, and I appreciated every one of them. And I hope as a friend that I could only be that for you as well.
My favorite thing about Mike is his loyalty and devotion. Like he will work so hard, and he will be so loyal to anyone who is loyal to him. He's a good guy. Just that he's got a heart like no other.
Mike, what I like about you so much is that you genuinely care about everybody you meet. You take extreme strides to meet somebody on their level You take somebody who actively will cast themselves out from the crowd and will seek them out, like John, Trucker John. You did so much to bring him into a positive environment, to reach out to make sure that this hurting man was fine, and you do that for everybody, and that's what I appreciate about you so much.
I love Mike so much is because he's just truly just such an amazing guy all around. You can tell that he truly and genuinely cares about all the people that he loves and always wants to know how they're doing and always checking in on them and always there for you when you need them.
Because he teaches me and he teaches me and bye, and he likes me and he likes us. He has somebody.
I love that he's smart, fun, kind, and he's there for me when I'm sad.
I think I like the fact that you are a little talkative. I also love how you are so loving and kind to your daughter. And I'm praying and hoping that you'll be that way with Lisa and the children.
What I like about Mike is you can't get him out of your mind. I mean, he's always so close to us. He's right on the mantle, always, 24/7, 365. So Mike, we can't help but think about you all the time, and we really appreciate you.
What is your best memory of Mike?
Oh, my best, funniest memory of Michael when he was like 3 years old. Aunt Linda came running in the house and just all upset because Michael had stuck little berries up his nose at Grandma Banks' house and she couldn't get him out. So she's trying to get him out with tweezers, wasn't working. Do we have to run him to the ER? But I squeezed his nose and they just plopped right out in my hand. That's the funniest memory I have of Michael.
My favorite memory of Michael, we've had a lot of memories together, but probably one of my favorite ones was when we were hunting. He invited me to come hunt out on some friend's property of his dad's, and he was telling me how I needed to be an upstanding hunter, and he proceeded to fire several rounds over my shoulder at deer that were running down the pipeline, which was interesting to hear bullets whizzing past my head after I had gotten a lecture about hunter safety. So I felt that's one of my funnest memories of Mike. One other memory that I have that was fun was another hunting memory. We were out hunting in the swamps and nature called, and unfortunately so did the onslaught of water run down from Attica, which locked him into the swamps, and he needed to go number 2, and he proceeded to empty his wallet of all the receipts that he had and use that as toilet paper because all the leaves were wet and the pine cones were dirty.
One of my best memories of Mike is when, going back to him always supporting, but, we went hunting and I shot a deer pretty late, and Mike was there to support me by holding the camera while I had to gut the deer. Now, he always had those encouraging words. He never laughed at me in my times of trouble gutting this deer, and he thoroughly enjoys when he shows it on YouTube, my struggles of gutting my first deer. So, thanks, Mike.
And we brought bagpipes to this video for you.
There you go, Mike. That's for you.
As far as our proudest moment of Mike is basically when he passed the bar exam and launched his own practice. And it's been a fairly successful practice and fruitful for him. So those are the two things that we like about Mike. There's others, but we'll talk about them some other day.
When he met Lisa and introduced her.
Oh, wow, that is true.
That's pretty cool too.
Well,
that's a pretty
cool.
memorable experience.
Yes, Lisa's a very, very delightful thing to come to our family. Probably the best I've seen in a long time.
Hey, it's Katie.
And Paul.
One of my best memories is the Ellicottville Rodeo when Paul got to meet his best friend Mike for the very first time. I think we've had a lot of good memories though of the July 3rd fireworks at the baseball game, cookouts at Mike's house and my house. But it's been fun getting to know you guys and watching you guys fall in love.
And my favorite memory, of course, is kind of goes along with that, and that's the time you showed up on Thursday night with your shirt on inside out. Priceless. Thanks, Mike. That's.
I think our best memory with Mike would be when we went whitewater rafting.
We had a great time. We would love to do it again. It's kind of tough being away, to see Mike often. But we love that day. We'll definitely save the pictures, remember the memories. Mike did a pretty good job. He stayed his post. He held his ground. He got us through the rocky spots. And he somehow even managed to stay in the boat the whole time, we were out there. So
Tried to flip Lisa.
But he didn't do it.
And some of the memories that we've accrued already, no real one pops out at me, other than to say that a lot of the things that we've done, like late night bonfires with the kids behind Lisa's parents' place, or events at the chapel, those Christmas events, those were really fun. I guess my point in saying that is none of those really pop out at me, other than I hope to continue to do those things with you guys in the future. All those things have meant a lot to me and my kids, and that camaraderie and just getting to know you and Lisa that much more.
We're on Raymond Avenue. We're all living together. Jay, my son, he's, I don't know, maybe 4 years old. So he's riding his four-wheeler around in the backyard. He's having a blast, and Michael's got this football, and he's like, watch this is going to be great. My accuracy's great. So he throws this football at my 4-year-old, and bam, smashes him in the head. He goes flying off the four-wheeler, and I know it's kind of a weird story to tell, but it was actually freaking hilarious, and his accuracy was pretty darn good. So my son had to suffer the consequences, but it was funny. So that's one of my favorite memories.
Favorite memories of mine of you is when you had the barbecue in your backyard. That was an epically fun day. I couldn't have asked for a much more perfect day than that. Other than that, just some other tops. I absolutely loved when you would come and join us at Katie's for her hot tub party. And then also, last but not least, when we hopped in the back of your truck with your tail lift open, and you were driving us from one side of the parking lot to the other side. It was a complete blast. Having you crank the tunes, us all laughing and being a group again and really enjoying each other's company. It was an absolute amazing evening, and I miss those days. Those would be my favorite memories of you.
And one of my favorite memories would probably be Santa on a toilet. And another one would probably be being snuck on campus through your trunk. That was kind of fun.
One of my best memories with Mike is our trip to Assateague when we all went, and it was such a blast, and it's definitely a memory I will always have with me for the rest of my life, and I hope they have fun when they go again this summer.
Well, we haven't known you too long. Let me see. My memory would be probably Assateague, Maryland last year when I was with you and Lisa and all the kids. We had a good time. You're an excellent griller. I love the way you cook on the grill. And I love that you're just very polite and calm and nice.
What is your best marriage advice?
My best marriage advice is give Lisa whatever she wants and you will never have an argument.
Best marriage advice is make sure that your hunting cabin is fully furnished with fireplace and Wi-Fi, because if you get out of line, you'll probably spend a lot of time there, more than the hunting season, a lot of springtime, summertime, and in all honesty, just do whatever Lisa tells you. Remember, you have no life now, you're married, and it's all about the kids and about the wife.
Happy wife, happy life.
Marriage advice. Wow. You guys have been through a lot, so I think you kind of know all the don'ts. Keep it open, keep it honest, keep it real, you're blending two families, you're putting a bunch of kids under one roof. All of a sudden now it's 24/7. You've got different parenting styles, and you know, it's probably going to take a little getting used to. So sometimes you're going to have to step back and you're just going to have to breathe. And you're just going to have to give yourselves a little bit of time. That house is going to be really full, and there's going to be a lot of activity going on. So just give it time. Just give yourselves time. If that means walk out on the porch, your gorgeous new porch, take a walk out on the porch and have yourself a glass of water or soda and chill for a few minutes, and just bring it all back down again, and just you know, just give it a rest. That's all I can say. You're taking on a lot. You got a lot going on there. So, you know, God bless you for that, because it's a big endeavor. I have a little piece of advice, and I guess maybe Dan's already said this once, but I had a friend when I first bought my first house who told me, you know, don't rush into anything when you first buy your house. You know, give it a year. Get used to the house. Let the house get used to you. Don't make any big investments. Don't make any big changes. Go ahead and paint. Make it your own. So I guess I'm going to say that it really worked for me, and it worked when we moved in here too. We didn't jump into anything. You know, we made some big changes, as Michael's very well aware, but they weren't in the first few years. So when you get there, you know, settle into the house, get to know the house. I'm sure there's a few secrets in that house that you guys don't know about yet. And, you know, let the house settle in with you too. So, you know, you have a chance to kind of, you know, just enjoy it for what it is for the time being. And, you know, it might not be a bad idea. You know, you guys kind of got a tight budget right now. And if you got a little extra money, you might want to get yourself a little rainy day fund in case something happens that you're not expecting. It might be good not to get caught off guard. You know, and then, you know, you can start to plan a little bit, and, you know, that way when you do make your decisions, you haven't jumped into anything, and you had a chance to really look around and see what your opportunities are and that kind of stuff. If I may be so bold, for a little while, you've got tons of room. Don't rush into any pets, because you're still going to be getting used to the kids in the house and all the rest of it. Let it settle before you bring anything extra living, breathing into the house, because you got a lot of activity going on, and there'll be plenty of time down the road to bring in something that you guys want: cat, dog, goldfish, whatever. You know, so hang in there for a little bit, and, you know, I know it's tempting because, you know, you've got all this land and all that, but give it a little break. Let it all breathe. Just breathe. Enjoy everything you got. The picture you guys took in the front of the house the day you closed was gorgeous. Think about that and just breathe. Just enjoy it all.
You have to remember the kids are making a big adjustment also. And I think you're moving in at a great time of the year, because they have an entire summer to get used to a new home, new properties, new things to do before they even enter school. And they can grow and learn to love the house as much as both of you do. So just work it as a family and for your kids, and let it go that way before you start branching out into big financial adventures, and go from that.
Yeah. So I don't think we're going to lecture any longer, but I heard a rumor, Lisa, you might want to be careful. When you wake up in the morning next to that guy, it could be a little scary. So, you know, don't let it scare you too bad. That's what I heard. That's what I heard.
If there is, there's always 911.
And speaking of love, the best advice that we can give is to love each other even through the hard times. So good or bad, always choose to love each other no matter what. We love you guys.
Hi, Mike. Rick and I feel very honored to be a part of your special video. Thank you, Lisa, for asking us to take a part. I was thinking about when Rick and I were dating and some of the things that we found in retrospect to be real important to us. One of the first gifts Rick ever gave me was the book on love languages. And we read that through together. We determined what our love language was. We shared with each other how we felt our love language was expressed. And through the years, we've often gone back to those conversations and just reminded each other about what it is that we do for each other that expresses our love. And sometimes it's very, very important to speak in your other person's love language. But sometimes we do things for each other in our love language. And in that instance, we're expressing love in a special way. It may not be the way that our spouse will hear it, but when Rick is expressing love toward me in his love language, I know that he is showing love. And I've learned to hear it that way. So I hope that from our experience, you and Lisa can share with each other and express love in ways that you can hear it.
One bit of marriage advice that I can provide is always, no matter what, at the end of the day, how busy or how stressful you guys may be, or everything that's going to be going on, and all the changes, just take at least 10 minutes to dedicate it to each other and continue to grow that love you guys have for each other. Happy marriage. Happy spouse, happy house. Bye.
The best marriage advice I could give you would be to never go to bed mad at each other and to always kiss each other goodnight no matter what.
Good answer. I agree with that. I've never been married. We're clearly not married, so I'm going to need a lot of advice myself. But, I think just respecting each other, being open and honest, communication I think is huge. Obviously, you guys have faith. I think keeping God first in your life, and then in the center of your relationship is important. And definitely just, raising the kids up to be, all that they can be. So.
The key to marriage, definitely communication is the key. I'm still learning on how to do that, but let me tell you, man, you have to be able to communicate, because if you don't communicate, then everything just falters. If you guys need to talk about different things as far as, just to let, give you advice on me and Jessica as far as, I was a step parent to Tyler, she's a step parent to Michaela, and I gotta tell you, it is difficult, but as long as you guys stand firm together and talk about things and are on the same page about things, you guys can work through anything. It is, and it can be very wearing, but as long as you guys love each other and you care about each other, you can work through anything.
I've only come to the conclusion of how much Matthew 22:37, love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and your will. And I'm convinced that if we hold true to that, then only letting Christ, the hope of glory in us, just manifest and shine everywhere and shine constantly as men, that being complete husbands will only come natural if we adhere to that. Just to be the man that God had created us to be, for us to adhere to Him, and the rest will manifest naturally on its own. So I hope that helps. I hope that was a little bit encouraging to you.
The key to a happy, healthy marriage, so many things. Patience, communication, be quick to forgive and slow to blame. Maybe think about your reactions before you think about how to blame the other person. And just always make an effort to learn and improve. There's always something to improve and make better in your marriage, and it's truly goes both ways. There's never just one person who is wrong ever. So just be patient, talk to each other, and don't ever stop trying. So with that said, you're going to have an amazing life.
As for marriage advice, the only advice I could really give you from my previous experience was forgiveness. Forgiveness was a major issue, and I believe it is for everybody. And in order for you to have continued love is to forgive, because to be human is to err. And that is so accurate, is unbelievable. And so you have to constantly remember that we're all people. Even the kids are just kids, and you must always be able to be willing to forgive.
Marriage advice, I would probably have to say she's always right. That's it.
And I personally think the key to a happy marriage is just making sure that you never let the other person forget how special they are to you and how much they mean to you, and just always communicate and tell them and remind them, like even in just little simple ways, and not even just words, like little just cards or notes or just anything, to never let them forget how much they mean to you and how special they are in your life. So
Smile.
Kisses and hugs. Kisses and hugs.
Give the kids what they want and no one gets hurt.
My marriage advice to you from long learned mistakes would be honesty would be the best policy. Be honest with one another, whether you like what the other person says or not. Please be honest. In communication. I think communication is a big thing in marriage. You need to communicate with one another, let each other know where you're going, when you'll be home, and then stick to that as much as you can, but communicate.
My advice would be, again, you've probably heard me say this before, but have a vision. Include Jesus in the vision, and always pray, pray, pray. And something that I've learned, the best thing you can do is to love the kid's mother, or your child's mother, the best you can, because then they know that they're safe, that you guys are together, and that communication is good. So bless you.
We love you, Michael. Good luck to your future.
Best wishes, buddy.
Peace out.
We love you guys.
Yeah.
The best of luck. I don't know what to say besides that. The best of luck. I know you guys are going to work really, really hard at this. It's important to both of you. You guys are important to each other. So God bless you both, and we love you.
Yep. So I think we're going to have a great time together from now until the day we all die. Bye.
And we're wishing you much love and many, many years of happy togetherness. Blessings from God.
We love you guys. Congratulations. Mike, welcome to the family. And, we look forward to more memories with you. So
I wanted to tell you guys congratulations, and, I have a lot of love for you, Mike. I love you as a brother, man. And, I enjoy hunting with you. I enjoy all the years that we have had together. And, I look for many, many more of those years of being your best friend. Congratulations again, and I hope you guys have a great, wonderful day.
Enjoy this day, enjoy the coming days, and hopefully, I know I'll be there to enjoy them with you. Love you. Bye-bye.
I'm glad you're getting married, and I hope you have a great marriage. Love you, man.
Looking forward to having your horses and being with the kids. Bye.
Father, we just thank you for this couple. We thank you for Mike becoming part of our family. Lord, we just ask that you would increase their faith, increase their knowledge of you, and let that just trickle down to the kids. And we just declare freedom over everybody and a long marriage until death do you part. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Hey, Mike.
At this point, I am your wife, so I love you, husband, very, very much, and I just want you to know how grateful I am that you are a part of my life now. Forever. You are very stuck with me at this point. So too late to run, but I am so grateful that you are in my life and my kids' lives and even my family's lives. Everybody adores you who I talk to and who I've met. They all think you're hilarious, which is very wrong, but as you're well aware of, I've caught on to all your antics, and I do still laugh. Not sure why, but you can be kind of funny sometimes. You are such a hard worker, and you are so thoughtful and kind and caring and selfless, and patient is a huge one, especially with me. We have been through so much together, even how we met. It was kind of tragedy that brought us together in the first place. So we have an odd story, but it's our story, and I love it. No matter how hard it's been or how rough the ride has been up to this point. It's been a short ride, but I couldn't have it any other way. It wouldn't be the same. And we both know and agree that this is all in God's timing. And I think it's the perfect timing for all of it. I cannot tell you how excited I truly am to be with you on this journey, at this new house with all this land and the pond and the barn and whatever ends up being in that barn, and the toad below me. But that's a big one. Wow. Okay. But I am looking forward to every day from here on out with you and only you. I love you so, so much, and my kids love you so much, and you have been such an amazing dad for Maya, and I cannot wait until you set that example for my own kids, and they have that father figure to look up to here at this house and with us, and that situation, I guess. I don't know what words to use, but I know this is right for all of us, and I couldn't be happier and more grateful for you. You have been my best friend. We have gotten through a lot together, and you pretty much know me inside and out, so all my little pet peeves and my annoying habits and my attitude, but you have been so great to me, and so great to my kids and my family, and I cannot thank you enough for being who you are, for all of that, all of it. And I just, man, this is tough. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to this journey with you and this adventure ahead of us. We have a lot of learning to do at the property, at least, but we're gonna get through it. We've been through tons, so this is gonna be the least of it, but I'm so excited and so happy, and I love you more than you will ever realize, and forever. And that's never gonna end, no matter how annoying you can be. But I love you, and I will see you very shortly, hubby. Bye.